This week in our content, we are talking about trivial pursuits. Those things that come along with marriage that cause debate, that cause a lot of questions and aggravation and annoyance. And sometimes, honestly, it really does cause some real problems. So we want to take some time to address some of those trivial issues that you may have encountered or may encounter in the future. And one that we keep hearing about is who comes first in the marriage?
Mama or wife?
Mom or wife? So, interesting question. You know, to me it's obvious, but I'm the wife. So, what do you have? Do you have any examples of any time you've had to face this issue?
Well, yeah, I do. I just so happen to be an only child, and this situation came up quite a bit during my marriage in the early days. Yeah, me and my mom had a good relationship. Big on communication, but my mom and I communicated a certain way. So when my wife came into the fold, it was some problems. It was some problems, and I really didn't know how to deal with it. Because of course I didn't get the proper premarital counseling to, give me all the tools I needed. But consequently, it was problems. So I'll give you one example, and I can tell you this right now: wife comes first. Period. No questions. That's just it. So I thought I was doing the right thing. I'll give you an example. One day, we went to visit my mom in Los Angeles, and something was going on. She had some clothes or something of my wife had borrowed something or something like that. Or my wife was doing her hair. Well, you're doing her hair?
No,
she didn't like it.
Actually doing
your hair.
Yeah.
And you told her you didn't like it.
I didn't want it done that way.
Right. And my mom got offended, which she should not have. That was one thing. But she did because my wife didn't like the hairdo
that she was doing to me.
Right. So anyway, so that got into it. My mother was really upset. So we decided to leave at that moment.
Not quite.
Well, we decided to leave. My wife went down to the car.
Not quite.
Go.
She actually put me out and told me to get out of her place and don't come. And matter of fact, when I refused, because we were there as a family and I knew that she was just, kind of going overreacting. And I said, no, she then threatened to call the police on me, to get the police to put me out.
That's ridiculous.
Because she wanted me out right now. And at this point now she's screaming to the top of her lungs, screaming at me to get out right now. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Because again, this all was sparked by me not liking the way she was curling my hair. Right. I couldn't believe that she was overreacting to that extent. But once she threatened me with the police, I'm gonna call the police if you don't get out. And
so it really should not have gone that far. It really should not have. The moment she decided she didn't want my wife to be there, I should have gathered everything up and we should have left. Period. That's how that works. But in my young age, for some reason, I felt like I needed to console my mother for a moment just to make sure she was okay, because she was alone at that point. And she didn't have nobody else. But,
she was acting very erratic, though. I understand. She was erratic. She was over the top.
There was normal behavior, though. There was normal behavior. So, if somebody... And I was so accustomed to it. So, it had only been me and my mother. So, when stuff like that would happen between me and her, it was nothing. It just was what it was. But once you bring another person into the fold, stuff has to change. But I just didn't see it at the time. But there should not have been another word spoken. I should have took my family and left.
But instead, I left because she, again, and at this time we had our daughter, our oldest daughter. So I left and went and sat in the car and left my daughter and my husband in there because she was not putting them out. She had made that clear that it was me that had to get out, nobody else. So I left and I went and sat in the car and waited and waited.
It wasn't that long.
And waited for my husband to come down to the car for us to leave.
Yeah.
Because he decided that he was going to console his mother, even though I was literally in the car crying and in tears because I just didn't understand what was going on. This was new. Our marriage was new, and she was kind of freaking out so much. It was kind of scary. Keep in mind, remember, I was only 17 when we got married. So at this point, I'm probably 18 or 19. So this was it was just weird to me. So I was a little bit unhinged too. And
as you should have been.
At that point, the decision he made was to make sure that his mom was okay. Also believing that I was going to be okay.
Yeah,
right?
I was believing that. I didn't know that you weren't okay at the time. So I just wanted to make sure she was going to be okay because she was there alone and I was going home with my family. So I had the time we could talk about it or whatever we needed to do to get the situation straight and make sure my wife was feeling okay at that point. But I decided to take her to my mom first, which was the wrong move. Yeah. I lived and I learned. It was the wrong move. Anytime your mother, as a man, if your mother's not showing your wife love, the person you love, if they say they love you, then they're going to treat the person you love right. And if they're not, then...
So boundaries need to be established.
And
boundaries.
And the thing about it is, if you got a mom like I had, if you try to set boundaries on her, she's gonna be like, "Boy, you better get that out of here." But anyway, and there you go. Then
more decisions have to be made.
Maybe a relationship can't be had at that point. And so I just wanted to come and share that with you a little bit. If you're having problems and your mother's not acting right towards your spouse, that's a no-go. Should never happen.
It's a tough one, though. It's a toughie.
It's really not that tough. The tough part is that your mother would treat this person you love funny style. That's the tough part.
That is tough. You're
and
right.
It's basically telling you how she feels about you. It's not love. I can tell you that right now. And that's what I found out. So, listen, if you're having problems with that, I can give you we can talk to you about some ways you can deal with that a little bit, some things you can try.
Because we went through that for some years.
And hopefully they work. Yeah, but there's no promise that the things that we give you, the tools that we give you will work. But they should. They should. If your mother loves you, they should.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, this is another one of those tight spaces to try to figure out and to navigate. But if you do need help, we're here for you. Make sure you comment help in the DMs and we'll reach out to you and give you some information and ways that you can contact and book a session with us. Please remember to like, share, comment on this video. We really do want to know, have you experienced this already in marriage? Have you had this type of discussion or debate with your spouse or with your friends or whomever or anything similar? And are there any other trivial things that maybe we do need to discuss? Drop it in the comments for us. Other than that, good luck and God bless.